This seems a little unfair, right?
I was on like the team at the time. Two squares of that. It was like Chevy's top team was lower as. They had like 7.
No one's gonna get this. It's cool.
Yeah, why do you want to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
Alright, let's get at it. Here we go. Here we
Let's fucking go, fellas.
try to get you as straight as we can here.
All right, we are at ice level. It's St. John's Rink. Going to be a lot closer than normal here for you. There's Dash Kaufman, back from missing one game. Got some rowdies next to me. I'm going to move this for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. So. All right. Hey, you can watch your boys warm up. This is a non-league game versus St. John's. When Landon finally does play St. John's in a league game, it'll be a Maple League game, and it'll be the last game of the season, I believe, and will take place in the Bears Den. So typically, St. John's and Landon play twice. Once non-league, usually before Christmas holiday, and then the other time typically late in the season. We'll try to keep you as... Go ahead. Hey, that'll be this end. And that's what you're going to get on the St. John's end. It is very difficult for me to see, so you're going to get a lot less play-by-play today. Because it's tough to make out what's going on the other end. Now, this rink does have an area that's a little bit to cut off. So if I were to stand on the stands, you wouldn't see about 1/8 of the rink. Much less rowdy than the last time they played this game right before Christmas last year in the Bears Den, as the regular season game between St. John's and Landon took place here. This year, of course, it's the opposite. Binnerman taking a shot. Here's Daymood right in your living room. And Genzer. Here comes Reed Percon wearing a number 3. LaCalci, 30. There's Haberl, 15. And Maddox.
Yeah, but this isn't on campus and this isn't our music. This is St. John's. That's why we're in this shit arena.
Oh, we share this like place with St. John?
Look at the ring, bro.
I thought Landon was here.
That other ring.
So we share it.
No. There's other ring.
You're going to hear a lot of bombs coming from the left of me, I think, tonight. Just know it's not me. And they're ready to go. 15 minutes on the board. We're ready to start. Looks like some folks are wearing Hockey Fights cancer gear. We'll see what that's all about. There's your Bears getting ready. Again, I am at ice level. Very difficult to see from end to end. We'll try to get as much on camera as we can. Now, I think the camera work is going to be a little bit better for you than what you're used to. Because we're not looking through a net, we're looking through glass today. As you can see, the St. John's is very good squad. They've put up, they're 3-0 in the Maple. And I believe they put up 34 goals in 3 games. You could do the math on that. I think it was 12, 11, and 11, if I'm not mistaken. So, in a Maple League game, they have yet to score less than 11 goals. It's going to be a big challenge for Landon. Landon sends out McShane, Percon, and Coakley to start this one off. Haberl and Chipperfield, the freshman, on defense. Big test for Landon here. You're going to hear a lot of banging for sure. Face-off control by St. John's. They look to move it up and do. Haberl goes in the corner to get it. Sends it with the backhand over to Chipperfield. Kept in by the Cadets. That's the St. John's Cadets wearing the gray, red, and white with their signature gray helmets. Here's number 16, sends it forward. Off to number 8 in the corner for St. John's. Back to the point. Back along the far boards. Kept along. And his centering pass knocked away by Coakley. And he gets it out of his zone, recovered by St. John's. 14:25 to go. First period, no score. Now you'll see we can't get to the very corner of each side just because of the limitations on being right on the glass. However, the players will look like they're right in your living room. Here's Damoud going from left to right on your screen. And St. John's moves it back around. They gain the blue line. Wind and fire shot saved by Rosenstock. Puck was loose, and he got the whistle. So we'll have a face-off deep in the Landon end to Rosenstock's left. Again, this one not counting in the standings, but whenever these two teams meet, it is a battle nonetheless. One of the best games of the season last year was the friendly that they played right before Christmas. That was won by St. John's 3-1. Here's Kaufman, sends it up to Damoud, gets around one defender, gains the red line and the blue line, and sends it in with the pitchfork, while Owen Moore takes a tumble at the blue line, cleared away by the Cadets, recovered by Kaufman. Puts the brakes on, backhands it over to Binner, gets it over to Damoud, knocked away from him along the boards, right in your living room. Puck recovered by St. John's, 13-16 to go. Blazer tries to keep it in, delayed offsides, they get back. Recovered by St. John's in the neutral zone, looking for somewhere to go. Puck ends up in the corner, recovered by St. John's. Back to the point. Shot attempt was blocked by, and there's a net off the mooring, so we're going to get a whistle there. With 12:50 to go in the first period. Now, it took me about 2.5 hours in the car all around Northern Virginia and Maryland to get here. Showed up 5 minutes before it. Got some gum and some cough drops. That should last me through the whole thing. There's a wind and fire shot blocked in front by Haberl. He recovers it in the corner, gets it over to Chipperfield, intercepted behind the net, recovered by Percon. He looks to clear it, and does. Recovered by St. John's. They backhand it forward. Chipperfield to the rescue. That's going to be an icing. We'll end up with a face-off deep in the Landon zone one more time. 12:23 to go. Good game so far. Quick on both sides. Trying desperately to get this gum working here. Kind of stuck to the face-off control by Landon. Ends up intercepted by St. John's, and they score. That one looked like it got tipped along the way. We saw it from the angle we had. Shot was from the point. Plenty of traffic in front of the net. And the tipped shot was redirected into the netting by St. John's. Again, once you get traffic in front of the net, if that bounces off a couple of players, it's all it takes sometimes. Almost impossible for the goalie to react. 1-0 St. John's. And the puck's deep, recovered by St. John's. I had to change the score for you. That takes me a few seconds. I got to go to a completely different screen. Here comes St. John's. Stopped at the blue line. Big hit by Owen Moore. Now, if we get hit on this glass, this camera is going to take a shaking. We are suction cupped to the glass. And if they come for a hit over here, I'm going to do a lookout and get as far away from camera as possible. We don't need to get hit in the head with my own camera because it is face high. Face off control by St. John's. Centering pass was blocked. Caden Blazer with it in the corner. Gets it up to Jambardino, and he clears. Off the leg of the referee. Battle for the puck. Far boards. 11:20 to go. 1-0 St. John's so far. Off a deflection goal from the slot. Comes all the way across the zone. Intercepted once again by Landon. Here's Binnerman as a pass that comes across. Shot looks like just goes over the bar. Rosenstock might have gotten a piece of it. Another A1 chance. We're pretty close to it for St. John's. Now last year, I believe the final score was 5-2, regular season. Landon, of course, many different players on the squad. Had a lot of players injured during that game and sick, if I might recall. It's a very bizarre game. I think Landon only had 13 or 14 skaters in that one. The better game was the friendly that was played before Christmas. Faceoff will come deep in the Landon zone to Rosenstock's right. 10:23 to go, 1-0 St. John's. Faceoff controlled by St. John's. They get it deep. Take a hit along the boards. Haber recovers behind the net. He backhands it along, try to move it forward a bit, and they finally do get it out of the zone. Haber right in front of you, getting hit by two St. John's players. They try to break through, can't do it. Delayed offsides. And number 11 for St. John's is going to just try to send it in as far as he can. Sent away by Haberl deep in the St. John's zone. They come again. Knocked away by Landon. There's a shot saved by Rosenstock. Sorry, I didn't get that one on the camera there. That was a good setup by St. John's off the pass right across the Royal Road. Saved by Rosenstock to keep this a 1-0 ball game. Again, this team has absolutely beaten three opponents in the Maple. I'm not sure, they haven't played Gonzaga yet, they haven't played Landon yet, but they are 3-0 in the Maple with 34 goals scored. Here's St. John's behind the net, bothered by Smink. Back up to the point, knocked away by Smink, onto the stick of Owen Moore. He's going to lead the charge with Binner to his right, avoids the offsides. St. John's recovers behind the deck, takes a big hit from Damoud. And St. John's tries to lead it out, bothered by Smink. Owen Moore backhands it along for Binner. He's bothered along the far boards. Back to Smink. Rattles it around the boards all the way up to Damoud. Does the right thing. Gets it out of the zone, out of the immediate danger. And one of the St. John's players takes a big, big hit from Owen Moore, about 10 feet to our right. Here comes Damoud. Gains the line. Shot off the leg of the St. John's player. Behind the net, they recover. They try to send it forward. Taken away by Perkon. First decent pressure by Landon so far in the game. 8:35 to go. Cleared by St. John's. That'll make it all the way to the end line, and the referees are signaling an icing. So we'll have a face-off deep in the St. John's zone for the first time. Hope you're enjoying it here. A 5:25 ball game right before the Christmas break. Now Landon's heading to the Philly area. They're going to play a game in the UPenn Arena, I believe, on Wednesday, and then one in another rink near Philadelphia on Thursday. I will not be able to make that for work commitments, so we'll be on our own to try to figure out what's going on. Now, those games do not count in any standings. They're simply a two-game showcase in the Philadelphia area that Landon partakes in typically this time of year. There's a pass in front, deflected away by Perkon. He's going to gain the zone, go toward the net. Shot just off the shoulder, I believe, and ends up in the corner, recovered by St. John's in the near corner, bothered by a Landon player. Again, I can't see that part of the ice because of the angle that I'm on. And St. John's clears it out into the neutral zone, recovers it again. Sends it deep. That would be an icing if it wasn't on goal, but it is. Here comes Landon, led by Haberl. gains the blue line. He draws a penalty. There's a delayed penalty on St. John's. Or it looks like a delayed penalty on Landon. No, not sure what they're waiting to. Both teams had possession. The referee had the hand up. We don't know what the call ultimately was. We'll see what we got. Based on the fact that Landon had the puck and the arm went up. Yeah, this one's on St. John's. Number 27 will head to the box. Landon will get their first power play of the game with 7:14 to go in the first period. Now you'll see some shadows here. That's the kid sitting next to me. I'm surrounded by kids here. Perkon will take the face-off. He's out there with Damoud, Blazer, probably Haberl, and Coakley, if I can see correctly. Face-off controlled by Landon. Back to Haberl at the point. Sends it over to Blazer. Back to Perkon. Centering pass gets through Coakley all the way to the corner. Blazer gets there first. Turns it over to St. John's, and they clear it down the end. Rosenstock will stop it for Haberl to get it. 1:43 to go on the power play. Here comes Perkon leading the charge. Knocked away from him, cleared all the way down the ice by St. John's. Pecked away by Rosenstock, and he leaves it for Haberl. Start the charge again, 1:23 to go in the power play for Landon. Haberl brings it all the way in, knocked away from him behind the net. Battle for the puck. St. John's tries to clear, ends up on the stick of Perkon. Pass all the way across the ice to Blazer. Winds and fires. Blocked in front. Back to Blazer. Minute 4 seconds. Over to Haberl along the far boards. He cycles with Blazer. With the puck. Winds and fires. Comes all the way across. Perkon goes and gets it near boards. And it comes out of the zone. Landon's going to have to recover. And that'll be Blazer getting there before anybody else. Damoud has it taken away from him by number 11. He's dancing along the line and poked away from him. Landon tries to recover. Battle right in front of us for the puck and sent in deep by St. John's. 31 seconds left in the power play for Landon. Kaufman's back there, taken away from him. Shot saved by Rosenstock. Number 15 made the steal, was on his knees and got the shot off. And covered by Rosenstock. 5:34 to go in the period. 21 seconds left on the Landon power play. Have time for one more rush if they can win the faceoff. Here's Smink with it behind the net, bothered by a St. John's player. Good forechecking. Gets it all the way up, recovered by St. John's, and they're going to clear it one more time. 7 seconds to go on the power play. St. John's in possession. That'll be the end of this power play for Landon. Puck comes all the way across, intercepted by Moore. Gets it over to Binnerman. Stood up at the blue line, and he throws a hit right back. A helmet popper, and we get a whistle. Looks like this one's probably going to be on Binnerman. Perhaps just a whistle, but Binnerman was getting stood up at the blue line. He threw a hit back, and it ended up being a helmet popper. Looks like no penalty is called. Whistle was just for the loose helmet. St. John's player goes and recovers his bucket. Has to take off the gloves a little bit first to get that thing back on. They won't drop the puck until he's fully recovered here. Landon sends out McShane, Coakley, Perkon, Kaufman, and Smink. Face-off control by St. John's. They rattle around the boards. Look for a long pass to number 21. He's going to try to get to the end line before, and he does. Covers the puck. Looking for somewhere to go. Checked by a Landon player. Recovered by Perkon. He gets it up to McShane, who's going to lead the charge. Taken away from him. Rattled around. Back for Smink. Sends it up along the boards. Intercepted once again by St. John's. Ping pong here in the neutral zone. 4:35. Nobody wants the puck. Hey, you saw the camera banging around a little bit. Somebody got hit in the boards right in front of us. There's a clearance by St. John's. No icing. Chipperfield goes for it, gets it over to Haberl. Back to McShane. Gains the red line and sends it deep, high into the glove of the goaltender. He'll get a whistle with 4:09 to go, first period. Owen Moore will take the faceoff. He sends it back all the way across to Haberl. Winds and fires. Looks like it was a pass across the crease. Couldn't be handled by Damoud. Chipperfield and Haberl go back to get it. Icing is waved off. 3:52 to go. First period. 1-0. St. John's in front. Haberl gets it across, looking for Moore. Knocked away from him. Recovered by St. John's. They move it in the zone. Big hit by Chipperfield. 4 players battled for the puck in the corner. Recovered by St. John's. Pass in the slot is knocked away. There's a shot saved by Rosenstock. Another shot goes wide. Good pressure here by St. John's. Already up 1-0. 3:24 to go, first period. There's a loose puck in the corner. Comes back to Landon. Recovered by St. John's one more time. 2 players fight for it in the corner. Let's see who comes away with it. Binner joins the fray. And Chipperfield chops it out of there with the backhand. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. First period. Good game here in the Cadets rink in Rockville. And here are the kids. I'm surrounded by the kids. The best place to be on the planet when they get the chance going. There's a clearance by St. John's. 2:42 to go. They try to send it back in. Big hit by Genzer. Recovered by Nyberg, number 5. Sends a long pass up to Jambardino. Wasn't expecting it. Here comes St. John's once again. Puck loose. Recovered by Genzer. He takes an elbow. Recovered by St. John's at the red line. And they're going to send it in with 2:22 to go. First period. 1-0 is your score. Pass right in front of the net. Shot just goes wide. Rosenstock might have gotten a piece of that. No one there for Landon to prevent that pass. A1 chance once again for St. John's in front of the net. That's an offside on Jambardino and Chipperfield, I believe. Or Binnerman, excuse me. 2:02 to go, first period. Face-off will be right outside the blue line. Percon will take it. He's out there with McShane and Coakley. Smink tries to wind and get it out of there. Goes into the corner. Coakley tries to keep it in. Taken away by St. John's. Overskates the puck. Back to the stick of McShane. Coakley with it. Avoids a hit along the boards. Tries to recover the puck. It is loose in the slot. Percon winds and fires off a leg deflection into the corner. 1:38 to go. Good pressure by Landon. There's St. John's looking to move it out, and they do. Smink back with Kaufman. 3-on-3. St. John's player blows a tire. Another one does. Percon jumps over him. Puck still deep in the Landon zone for St. John's. Puck blocked on the centering pass by the skate of the referee. Recovered by Percon, and he backhands it over to Smink. 1:10 to go. First period, 1-0 is your score. Shot saved by Rosenstock. He covers it up to avoid the rebound with 56 seconds to go. Little fisticuffs behind the net to the excitement of the Landon crowd. Now, we're not in the Bears' den, so there's no den to defend. But you can see Landon get on the board here, tie this game up. You'll see a ruckus crowd for sure. Owen Moore will take the face-off deep in his zone. He's out there with Damoud and Chipperfield, as well as Binner. There's a shot saved by Rosenstock through the traffic and recovered by St. John's. 45 seconds to go in the period. Again, St. John's has certainly had the run of play, but if it's only 1-0 at this point, that's A good moral victory for Landon so far. A lot of freshmen on this team. Here's Owen Moore in the corner looking for it. 25 seconds to go in the period. And you have Binner behind the net, taken away from him. Recovered by St. John's, intercepted by Haberl. Looking for somewhere to go, dances around along the near boards, takes a hit. Six seconds to go. That's going to be the way this period ends. He's blasted off the glass. And that'll be 1-0 at the end of the first period. Teams will take a little bit of a break. We'll get an ice clearance after the second period. So that's what you'll have. Now again, the players celebrating Hockey Fights Cancer. Players, most of them at least, have purple tape on their sticks. Coach Parker wearing a purple, looks like Hockey Fights Cancer t-shirt under his jacket. And again, this is St. John's rink. Above the, you'll see it above the bench. You'll see what looks like suites up there. They got a big party room up there, painted in St. John's colors with the logo, the SJC on the posts. A lot of parents up there, partaking probably in some good food, in the warmth, rather than down here where we're braving the cold. Incidentally, I almost forgot my shoes today. I had to make a couple of pit stops, switched to shoes, walked into the car to drive with just my socks on because I knew it was going to be a lifetime to actually get here. I wanted to be as comfortable as I possibly could. Put the shoes in the back. Couldn't find them when I got here. Finally, I noticed they were buried under the back seat, so I didn't have to come here with just my socks on. I would have braved it, though. After you're in the car for 2.5 hours, can't miss the game after that. Again, just for planning purposes, I will not be in Philadelphia, almost certainly not be in Philadelphia this coming week for the showcase. So have to figure out live barn, or maybe one of the other parents will be able to do it. There's Binner. Smink wearing the assistant captain's A. Binner out there with Owen Moore. And Maddox. Now most of the students have moved to right behind the St. John's goal to heckle as much as they possibly can. Mr. Fed goes back there to keep things under control. They're being very well behaved. There's a shot in the slot. Loose. Backhand by Damu, just goes wide. There was some daylight there. Couldn't get it into the net. Off the quick chance. Good setup by the Bears. There's some checking right in front of your living room. Right in your living room, so to speak. Right in front of me. There's a long clearance. Rosie will put his hand over it to get the whistle. And there's some huffing and roughing in the corner. Nothing really can end up happening with that. Everybody's got masks on and cages, and it's almost like when football players throw some fists, there's really nothing they're going to connect into except their own helmets. But if you get pushed, you typically push back in this sport, regardless of the level. Perkon out there to take the face-off. He's out there with McShane and Coakley, Nyberg, and looks like Blazer. Face-off control by Landon. Here's Reed Perkon. Goes around one defender. Poked away from him in the slot. Nyberg chops it forward. Recovered by St. John's. Long pass across. Blazer's right here, marking him as close as he can. Cross-ice pass to number 21. Just off his stick. He goes into the corner to get it. Bothered by a Landon defender. 13:50 to go in the period. There's a shot attempt that's blocked off the leg of, I believe, Coakley. And puck loose along the side of the net. Wynham fires another block in front of the net by Landon. Good job not getting that puck to the netminder. Landon has played some decent defense so far. They've given up what looks like to be 11 shots in just over one period. Whistle be an icing. Face-off will be deep in St. John's zone. Again, that's all of the Landon students. That's typically what you see. If there's no bleachers, they like to be behind the net to heckle, in good nature, of course, the opposing goalie. What they'll probably do, and they switch ends, and it's the other same thing on the other side. Maybe a few more parents on the other side for St. John's. Chipperfield with it, sends it right off the boards in front of me at my feet. Recovered by St. John's, number 22. Gains the zone, poked away from him. Pushed forward by St. John's, cleared by Landon. Jambardino's going to get there and gain the blue line. Tries to get around a defender, he does. Recovers a puck behind the net. Here's Haberl with it, knocked away from him. St. John's comes back the other way. Here's Haberl with it. He shoots and he scores. Graham Haberl with the top shelf where Mommy hides the Thin Mints, and he ties this one up 1-1. Big shot by Haberl. Tough angle, nowhere to go but top shelf, and he found it. 1-1 is your score. All tied up with 12:43 to go in the second period. Excellent goal by Haberl. Here's Perkon with it. Gains the blue line, goes around defender. Poked away from him at the last second, recovered by St. John's. They look to clear it. Clearance attempt is whiffed by St. John's. A shot saved by number 35, the goaltender for St. John's. 12:27 to go, second period. 1-1 is your score. Face-off will be deep in St. John's zone. Perkon still out there with Jambardino and Maddox. Face-off controlled by St. John's. They send it behind the net, recovered by Perkon. Looks for somewhere to go. Back to Smink. Glides along the blue line. Shot gets all the way to the goaltender. Made the save with the pad. There's a shot that goes through the legs of a St. John's defender, recovered by the Cadets along the far boards, and they clear it out. Past the Landon manager wearing the Santa Claus hat and red Christmas jacket. There's a wind and fire. Looked like that one went just wide, or Rosenstock may have gotten a piece. Might have gone high and awry, but a rocket of a shot. There's a big hit, and that's going to be a penalty on Landon. The referee's arm goes up, recovered by Smink. He sends it forward, almost whacks the referee with the puck by mistake. And we'll see who's going to go for a minute. Looks like perhaps Damoud. Yep, he'll sit for two. Cross-checking. Again, if you can handle the speed, this angle from down here, it's tough for me to see everything that goes on and players are blocking each other, but if you're going to handle the speed of the camera, it's a pretty good view. Of course, you got a little bit of tilt. That's going to be the case. Face-off control by Landon. Haberl brings it out. We'll count down the power play for you, the penalty on Landon. Good penalty killing by Haberl. Taken away from him. Recovered by St. John's. They're going to lead it out. 11:25 to go, 1:41 to go in the power play. There's a shot saved by Rosenstock, and he'll get a whistle with 1:37 to go on the power play. Damoud's in the box talking to whomever is the occupant of the box for the day. Looks like one of the moms. Face-off control by Landon, and they send it long, deep to kill a few more seconds on the power play. Good one here. 1-1 is your score. We're approaching the middle of the second period. St. John's on a power play, their first of the game. Cleared out by Landon, recovered by St. John's. 1:15 to go in the power play for the Cadets. They poke it forward. Caden Blazer goes back to get it. He winds it backhanded to Haberl, who fires it down the ice to clear the zone and the whole sheet of ice with 1 minute left to go on the power play for the Cadets. Here's Perkon with it, recovers it. He'll kill a few more seconds. Goes around a few players, goes around a third and a fourth, gets the blue line, winds and fires, saved by the goaltender. Excellent play by Perkon. He killed about 20 seconds all on his own, and he needs a breath. He'll head to the bench. Landon sends out a new four. Coakley out there with Smink, Chipperfield, and actually Perkon's going to just keep breathing out there. And he'll take the face-off. He needs a breath, but he's still out there. Face-off control by St. John's, chased by Perkon. Gains the blue line, poked away by Chipperfield. Covered by St. John's, and they send it deep. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Comes St. John's, number 11 with the puck, along the boards. Then when pass comes across, winds and fires, save by Landon, by Rosenstock, and it pops up into the netting. With 7 seconds to go on the power play, face-off will be deep in the Landon zone. Damoud pops out of the box. Number 10 with the puck. That's going to be an offside. Get a whistle. Face-off will come out of the zone with 9:38 to go. Second period. 1-1 is your score. Good one here in the St. John's Cadets rink at Rockville Ice Center. Now, I have the St. John's listed as STJ, St. John's STJ, but their real initials, SJC, St. John's College. But I think you know what we're talking about. One is your score. Teams are skating 5-on-5. Penalty to Damoud has expired. Face-off controlled by St. John's behind the net. Landon fights for it along the boards. Momentarily cleared onto the stick of Damoud. And he sends it all the way deep into the corner where Binner will chase it. Chopped out by St. John's. Blazer, number 25 for St. John's, fight for it. Kept out of the zone by Blazer, and here comes Nyberg. Sends it all the way deep. Recovered by St. John's. 8:55 to go. Second period. Here's Owen Moore with the puck. Gets away from a defender. St. John's player throws a hit into two players, one of his own and one Landon player, covered by St. John's into the corner. 1-1 is your score. Almost at the halfway point to this one. Here's Haberl with it, goes behind the net, harassed by two Cadets. They come away with the puck and send it up into the netting, where we'll get a whistle with 8:21 to go, second period. Landon sends out Haberl, Chipperfield, the big freshman. Perkon, Coakley, and McShane, another freshman. Face-off control by Landon. Haberl gets it in front. Onto the stick of Perkon. Shot goes wide to the jumping disarray of the Landon fans behind the net. You saw all jump at once when they saw that puck just go wide. Big hit by Chipperfield. Again, we tell you, he's got a big body over there. St. John's player recovering from the hit. He's skating off. And Chipperfield's going to go off for 2 minutes. This will be St. John's second power play of the game. See what the call is. 2 minutes for roughing on Chipperfield. 8:03 to go in the period. We'll count down the power play for St. John's. Again, your score is 1-1. Almost midway through the second period. And the game. Face-off control by Landon. They send it around. Coakley looking for it. Bothered by a St. John's player along the boards. 1:52 to go in the power play. Still loose. Coakley fights for it. Recovered by St. John's in the corner. Bothered by Smink. Pokes it away and sends it deep to kill a few seconds on the power play. Puck is loose along the boards, far boards. Now in the neutral zone. Ends up on the stick of Perkon. Goes around one player and a second. He'll try to kill a few more seconds. And sends it deep into the corner. 1:20 to go on the St. John's power play. They got nothing out of the first one. Let's see what they could do on this one. Here's number 27 whirling and twirling around along the far boards. Cycles with another player back to the point. Going to wind and fire. Puck goes high and awry past the net. Back to the point. Going to wind and fire again. Saved by Rosenstock. Rebound save. Puck is loose. Back to the point. Winds and fires again. Blocked in front. Puck along the far boards. Recovered by number 6. Back to the other side. Shot goes in front of the net. Loose in front of the net. Now behind the net. And sent all the way around the number 7 again. Good pressure by St. John's that we haven't seen yet today. 31 seconds to go on the power play as a shot goes deflected wide. Recovered once again by St. John's. Tired legs out there for Landon. Puck along the boards, back to the point once again. Tired legs for St. John's as well. They send another shot that gets deflected along the boards into the corner. And Landon clears it out with 12 seconds to go in the power play. Good pressure by St. John's. Good goaltending and good defense by Landon. There's another save, and he covers up with 6:02 to go. And Chipperfield is waved out of the box. Another penalty kill by your Landon Bears. Two big penalty kills by Landon in this period. Face-off control by St. John's. They send it deep. Recovered by our St. John's player in the corner. He takes a hit from Caden Blazer, Captain Kazin, the raging Caden. Puck in front of the net, recovered by Haberl. And he sends it forward. Recovered by St. John's. And that'll be an offside on Perkon and Binner. 5:40 to go, second period. Good one here in the St. John's rink. Face-off loose, back in the Landon zone. Recovered by St. John's. Saved by Rosenstock. He'll get a whistle with 5:32 to go. Face-off will be to his right, deep in the Landon end. Now we should have a ice clearance as far as I can remember. Typically you get the clearance after the second period. There's a send one back. Looks like a save by Rosenstock into the corner. Recovered by St. John's. Knocked down by Landon player. Clearance attempt kept in by St. John's. They wind and fire. Goes off the, I believe off the blocker of Rosenstock into the corner, but we have a whistle. Not sure if that one went into the netting or if there was a whistle before that puck made its way to the goal. Believe it went into the netting. Landon going to send a fresh legs out there for Perkon, wearing the number 3. Takes the face-off, controlled by St. John's. They're harassed in the corner. Perkon sends it around. Landon tries to clear, kept in by St. John's. Shot goes just wide of the net. There's another shot. That one goes over the net. recovered by number 6. Good pressure again by St. John's. First extended pressure we've seen by any team today. Here comes Perkon on the breakaway. He's going right toward the net. Shot saved by the goaltender. Good play by the goaltender. He forced him wide. Perkon couldn't get himself a good shot. Good play all around by Perkon and the goaltender. He was bothered by a back checker, and that bothered him a little bit. It wasn't an absolutely clear breakaway. Good chance for Landon. Good save by St. John's goaltender. Face off deep into St. John's end. Owen Moore will take it. He's out there with Binner and Damoud. Smink and Kaufman on defense. Face-off controlled by St. John's, but Smink goes back to get it. He's harassed by number 23. Referee in the way. Backhanded clearance by Landon. Puck loose along the boards right in the front of the Go Cadet sign, and they chop it in. 4:23 to go, second period. 1-1 is your score. Kept in by St. John's, intercepted by Smink. Puck loose in the high slot. Smink goes into the corner to get it again. Now Landon's played a good game here all around. A couple of A1 chances that they've given up. Here comes Damoud. Knocked away from him at the last second. He recovers a centering pass right in front for Moore. Stoned by the goaltender. That was an A1 chance for sure. Here comes Kaufman, goes and gets it. 3:36 to go, second period. Plugs it forward, intercepted by St. John's. Shot goes wide, kept in by St. John's along the boards, behind the net. Centering pass, shot saved by Rosenstock, and he will cover up and get a whistle. Perkon will take it. He's out there with McShane. It looks like Shipperfield and Coakley, along with Haberl. St. John's with the puck along the blue line. They shoot. It's deflected in front of the net, wide to the boards. A lot of shots not making their way to the goaltenders today from blocks in the slot. A lot of shot attempts, however. Shots on the border showing 18-10 in favor of St. John's. Here comes Perkon, takes the puck away, leads a 3-on-3. He's got Haberl to his right, Coakley behind the play. Coakley sends a pass across to Perkon, poked away from him. Onto the stick of Genzer, he winds and fires, blocked again by St. John's, recovered by Perkon. Takes a hit. A helmet popper for the other St. John's player. A Landon player ends up into the bench for a second. That was Chipperfield. He gets right back up. 2:17 to go, second period. There's Coakley in front of you, fighting for the puck with Bitterman. Comes Bitterman again. There's a shot that gets popped up toward the goaltender. Don't think that's a shot on goal. They might have registered it, but I think it was going very wide. It looks like it was deflected up in the air, gloved by the goaltender to be safe. 2 minutes to go, second period of a 1-1 ball game. Face-off controlled by St. John's in their own end. They look to clear. That's going to be an icing. Nope. And finally waved as an icing. I thought he was going to wave it off there for a second. He was looking at some NHL rules, but icing nonetheless. Face-off will be deep in the St. John's end in the corner. Face-off controlled by Landon. Nyberg tries to keep it in, cleared away by St. John's. They lead out of 2-on-2. Blocked by Blazer. Pass comes across. That net's off the mooring. They'll probably blow the whistle. Puck is loose behind the net. Again, net's off the mooring. Rosenstock does the smart thing and knocks it off even more to call it to the referee's attention. And we'll get a whistle. That net was off the mooring by a good 3 or 4 inches before the referees realized what was going on. They set it back up again. 1:34 to go. Bitterman taking the face off for Landon. He's out there with Genzer and Jambardino, I believe. Here's Bitterman with the puck. Gets it over to Jambardino. Knocked away. Sent back the other way by St. John's. They'll go get it. Nyberg gets behind the net first. And his quickness really helps him get back there to the puck before the chasing offensive players. And there's a poke away by Jambardino into the zone. 1:07 to go. St. John's sends it in, blocked away by Rosenstock, recovered by Nyberg, sends it around for Genzer, recovered by St. John's. 55 seconds to go in the period. Some ping pong going on, fighting for the puck behind the net. Nyberg chops it away again. Genzer with it. He gets pinned to the boards. 43 seconds to go. Fans are banging on the glass. Comes away with it as Bitterman. He leads it away, gets checked by 2 St. John's players. They turn it back the other way, 3-on-2. There's a shot saved by Rosenstock, and he gets a whistle with 31.9 to go in the period. Face-off controlled by Landon. Smink goes back there, gets it. He get hit along the boards, bothered by number 27, who comes away with the puck momentarily, sends it back to the point, winds and fires, deflected high and awry into the corner, ends up at the blue line, cleared by Landon. Percon with another breakaway. Beautiful play by St. John's to get back, and that's going to be, I believe, a penalty shot. That should be a penalty shot. If not, just a tripping call. We'll see what happens. But Percon had a penalty shot here last year in a game that was already out of reach for Landon. Looks like number 7 for St. John's is going to go to the box. So no penalty shot. 10 seconds to go in the period. Referees are discussing it. We'll see what the call is. Smink is right in your living room along with Haberl, trying to find out what's going on. Now the rule typically is applied as if you have a breakaway from the blue line. You're going to have a penalty shot here for Percon. So the referees discussed it. Now what happens here is, regardless of what happens with the penalty shot, no 2-minute penalty. So it's a one and done here for Landon to end the period. 10 seconds to go in the second period. 1-on-1, mano a mano. Percon looking to put the Bears up 2-1. He's got a goal on his stick. Gets around to the goaltender. Saved by the goaltender. And he clears it away to keep this a 1-1 game, to the delight of the St. John's crowd to my right. 10.2 seconds to go. Now the penalty shot is a double-edged sword, because a lot of times teams might prefer to actually have the 2-minute power play rather than the penalty shot. But it depends on who's taking the penalty shot. You put that puck on Percon's stick, it doesn't get any better than that. The odds are typically in the 30 to 50% range in favor of the goaltender. There's a shot that just goes wide by Landon. 4.6 seconds to go. And that's going to be the way this second period ends. Now come off. 1-1 game. We'll get them as they come off here for you. Good couple of periods by Landon. Shots show 20 to 12 on the board. Bears wearing their road unis. You haven't seen those yet, the dark brown with the white. Then 15 minutes showing on the board. We're ready to start the second period in about 10 minutes after the ice clearance. Here's the best dressed man show business right here. All right. Now you get to watch your Zambonis. Don't really have time to go get myself some food. I'm tempted, but there's not really an opportunity to do so. I have gum, Aquafina, and Sprite. Good one here at the Bears Den so far. I mean, excuse me, at Rockville Ice Rink in the St. John's rink here, which is rink number 1. Couple of kids coming back. They might be heading to the other end to do some torturing of the opposing goalie on the other side this time. I mean, these high school games, it's just not switch sides, because you end up with more fans going from one side to the other. It's a lot of collective walking. I'll take a break here. We'll see in a few minutes. And you got your Sweet Caroline, which I know it's going to happen. It's going to result in Facebook blocking the video probably if I don't do some talking. Landon had a shaky start. This game has been pretty even. Each team has had some good chances, played some excellent defense, great goaltending so far. A pretty even game. Shots showing 20-12 on the board. Seems to be pretty accurate. And you got the one by Landon that registered. I believe it was registered as the 11th shot. Looked like the pop-up off the deflection. Not sure that one was on net. 20-12 is what it shows anyway. Then I believe Landon is playing. This is the last game of the calendar year in the area. Students are on Christmas break starting today. But the team is heading, I believe starting early next week. Team is heading to Philadelphia, I believe, on Wednesday for a 2-game showcase. Now, going through the roster again, we'll go through the seniors. Caden Blazer's your team captain. He's a senior, wears the number 2. Hank Maddox, senior, wears the number 8. Declan Jambardino, again, another senior, wearing the number 12. Christian Daymood is, Jambardino wearing the number 11. Daymood wears the number 9. Christian Daymood, senior. And Graham Haberl, the great Graham, number 15. So that rounds out your seniors. 5 of them. Your juniors are Reed Percon, number 3. Watts Coakley, number 13. Christian Binner, number 16. Eli Smink, number 21. Peter Deskovich, number 28. Jack Likowski, goaltender, number 30. Moving on to the sophomores, you got Owen Moore, made the team last year as a freshman, wearing a number 10. Dash Kaufman, again, made the team last year as a freshman, sports the number 18. And Ryan Bitterman, first-year varsity player as a sophomore, wears the number 17. Now your freshman is Rosenstock, the goaltender, number 29. Chipperfield, we've talked about him a lot today. The big defenseman, number 27. Jack McShane, big game McShane, wearing the number 22. He's had several goals so far this season, including, I believe, the game winner against, if I'm not mistaken, Salesianum, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. And then, of course, other freshmen, Zach Genzer, number 19. Trip Silva, number 14, and Nicholas Nyberg, number 5. Zamboni's got about 2 more passes on each side to complete its run. It's an Olympia Zamboni. It's going pretty good. Pretty quickly. Most of the fans have stayed inside the rink. As soon as the team comes back in, I'll get the door shut so I don't get hit with an errant puck right by the entrance door. Just one camera today. I'm hoping to keep it as simple as possible. Believe it or not, the internet password that I use in the Bears Den works better than the St. John's password I'm using I tried to use in the St. John's rink, believe it or not. So we'll stick with what we usually got, even though we're a good 20 or 30 yards at least from the Bears Den. Rink number 1, which is where Team Maryland plays, and St. John's, home of St. John's ice hockey. You can see it all the way on the end. That's the sign. Home of St. John's ice hockey. Right above it is home of Team Maryland, Tier 1 AAA hockey. Of course, you have your American flag and your Canadian flag. And several of the banners for Montgomery and for the CBHL. Ice is cleared. Referees aren't back yet. It's amazing to see so many kids in the rink where it's probably 40 degrees wearing t-shirts or just simply a long sleeve shirt, no jacket whatsoever. Gloves, almost impossible to find in here unless you're looking at the hockey players. No winter hats. You see one or two kids with a hoodie, with the hoodie up, trying to keep a little warm. So St. John's kids to my right, same thing over there. A lot of Santa Claus hats among the fans. You see them all the way on the other end. We're ready to go here. Referees are out. They bring in the goals. So we're ready to rock. Here comes the players. They're ready to go. Led by the freshman McShane. They're going to let him out any second. I can't see if St. John's is out there. Doesn't look like they've come out yet. Surrounded by Bears here. There you go. One at a time. Last one is Blazer. I'm going to shut the door again to avoid getting hit by an errant puck. There we go. 15 minutes of hockey to go to see who wins this friendly. Been a good one so far. Of course, Damoud just needed to come out. We let him in. kind of liking having the, here I'll let you, kind of liking having the camera right on the glass. And I could possibly try that in the Bears Den, where you're not looking through the netting. You're looking through dirty glass for sure. You see some reflections in the glass, but you get the players kind of right up front. There's Chipperfield. Might be the biggest player on the Landon squad, him and Deskovich. And he's just a freshman. There's Owen Moore, last to come in. Found his way to the door. Made his way to the bench. 15 minutes on the board. 5-on-5 to start the period. Percon out there with Coakley and McShane. And we're ready to go. Face-off controlled by St. John's. Ping pong in the neutral zone. McShane looks for it. He sends it deep onto the goaltender. He's going to get a whistle. Now you see a little tilt. That's only going to be natural the way we have the camera set up here. Trying to get every bit of the ice as possible. Face-off control by Landon. There's a shot saved by the goaltender. Easy chance for him. Good shot by Haberl. Might as well test him. No one there for a deflection or a rebound. Percon will take the face-off. 17 ticks to the clock have gone off so far in the third period. There's a clearance attempt intercepted by Chipperfield, and he'll send it deep. Covered by St. John's. Look for somewhere to go. Long outlet pass. Cleared away by Landon. Percon with the puck. Gets it around. Long pass comes across to Percon once again. Winds and fires. Saved by the goaltender. McShane gets hit. Recovered by St. John's. Percon tries to tip it away. Ends up on the stick of Blazer. And knocked away from him. Action right in front of you. Comes onto the stick of number 15. Winds and fires. Beautiful block, I believe, by Haberl. Hit him in the skate and went over the bar. Here's Percon. Gets away from a defender. He's got Damoud behind the trail in the play, and the shot goes high and awry. Good pressure by both teams so far. Start the period. The pass comes across to number 16. He winds and fires. That shot goes wide. Landon kept him to the edge. Smink goes to recover it in the corner and sends it over to Blazer. Long pass out to Owen Moore. He gets tripped, no call. Recovered by St. John's. 13:21 to go. They recover it once again, bothered by Jambardino. Owen Moore trying to come away with the puck. It's loose. St. John's is going to lead the charge. 3-on-2. They fly through the zone. Wind and fire. Blocked by the skate of Haberl. A lot of blocked shots in this game for both sides. Here's Haberl with the puck behind the net. Looks for somewhere to go. Gets around one defender. Goes into the corner. Gets it up to Damoud. Kept in by St. John's. And they hack it back with the backhand. Number 16 on the puck. In the corner. Looking for somewhere to go. Skates around, bothered by Smink, and we have a net off the mooring once again, and thus a whistle with 12:44 to go, third period of a tie ball game. As soon as this one's over, I'm going to bolt out of here. I'm starving. Binnerman to take the face-off. He's out there with Genzer, Haberl, Nyberg. There's a shot that goes wide into the corner, all the way around the boards. Haberl recovers and sends it up. No icing. Two players fight for it, Damoud included. 12:26 to go in the period. There's a shot blocked away easily by the goaltender off the long shot. We'll register another one on goal. Here's St. John's with the puck again, bothered by Haberl. And here comes Binnerman fighting for it with number 3 of St. John's. They clear it. Onto the stick of number 22, intercepted by Kaufman. He takes a humongous hit along the boards and gets right up. But again, number 7 for St. John's got the helmet popped off his own head. At some point, somebody's got to be tying these a little bit tighter on their head. That's a third helmet popper that we've seen. They do have straps for a reason. In fact, I've seen probably 50 games for Landon in the last 2.5 years. I haven't seen one helmet popper, and I've seen 3 tonight. Just goes to show what the odds are sometimes. Face-off control by St. John's. They look to move it up. Pass to number 27. He gains the zone. Back to number 5, bothered by Coakley. Good play by Coakley to avoid the pass in the slot. Percon with it. Sends it up to Coakley. Backhanded, intercepted by St. John's. Poked away once again by Coakley. Blazer gets it up to Coakley. He gains the blue line. Tries to get around a defender. He's knocked off the puck. Number 27 for St. John's recovers it behind the net. Bothered by Percon. 1-1 is your score. 11-11 in the ball game. And you're watching the ping pong in the neutral zone. Nobody wants the puck. They clear it out. Ends up on the stick of Chipperfield again. He's going to send it deep. No icing. Well, they did call it. That'll be a face-off deep in the Landon zone. I thought they were going to let him get away with that one there. He didn't quite gain the red line before he sent it in. Haberl is out there with Chipperfield. Owen Moore, Damoud, and Binner on up front. Puck loose, recovered by Damoud, kept in by St. John's momentarily. Taken away by Damoud onto the stick of Owen Moore. Gets a pass all the way up. Damoud goes into the corner to fight for it. Puck loose. Owen Moore tries to wind and fire. Chipperfield does. Blocked in front again in the slot. St. John's comes away with it. 3-on-3. Poked away by Binner. That one hit us in the glass right by my head. Haberl with it along the far boards. He's checked by a defender. He gets it all the way up to Damoud, who's going to get there first into the corner. Looks for somewhere to go. Sends a pass through the slot all the way to the near boards, recovered by St. John's. 2 players fight for it behind the net. 10 minutes to go, third period. There's a shot attempt by Landon. Doesn't reach the net. Landon tries to recover the puck, intercepted by St. John's, and they're going to bring it out. And that one ends up in the netting. 9:37 to go, third period. Neither team has had big chances in this period so far. A good defensive battle, believe it or not. Teams have had chances, but shots are shown 20-16. I don't believe St. John's has registered a shot yet so far in the period. Landon, I believe, has registered a few. Here's Smink with it. Sends it along all the way along the boards. Recovered by St. John's. Caden Blazer comes away with it. Intercepted by St. John's again. Number 15 with the puck. And that one was a popper. The Sprite and the water went a-flying. That Sprite took an absolute beating. Just literally went flying. The can is dented like you would not believe. I got the heck out of the way. And the camera survived. Here's Percon with it. Goes around the net. Checked by, and that's off the mooring once again. Can't show you what the Sprite looks like, but it is smashed. That's the can. Just literally got smashed. As you can see from that hit. It was leaning up against the glass, and that's what it did to it. Imagine what it must feel like to actually get hit when you're on the ice. Face-off control by Landon Kaufman with it. He sends his shot. He takes a hit along the boards here. Haberl fights for it. Gets there first. Excellent play by Haberl to negate a scoring chance. Long pass to Perkon. Holy cow. What a play by Haberl to Perkon. Perkon draws another penalty. I think that's going to be another penalty shot. The arm went up. That was a clear breakaway. I imagine that's going to be another penalty shot. We'll see what the call is. But you could end up with another penalty shot in the game. Let's see. Referees are talking. Players go back to the benches. This is going to be another penalty shot. I think this one's more obvious than the first one. Oh, 2-minute call. 2 minutes for tripping. We'll see if Landon could do something with the power play. This has been an excellent, evenly matched game outside the first 2 or 3 minutes where it was mostly all St. John's. After that, it's been dead even. Teams look to be evenly matched, which is surprising to me given the scoring run-up that St. John's has done in their first 3 games. Don't know who they've played or what the circumstances are, but it seems to be a pretty even matchup here. Again, I believe shots started off 5-0 in favor of St. John's. Probably 16-15 in favor of Landon since then. Damoud out there with Blazer, Haberl, Perkon, and I believe Coakley. Here's Perkon, wants a fire, saved by the goaltender with the blocker. You could hear that one hit the blocker. Here's Haberl. Takes a hit, gets around 2 defenders, gains the zone, sends it all the way across to Blazer. Shot save, actually blocked in front by a St. John's player onto the stick of Coakley over to Haberl. He takes a shot that just goes wide. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go on the power play. Damoud behind the net, fights for it. Covered by St. John's, and they send a long clearance. It's going to go all the way down. No, there's no icing. Looks like we have a penalty that's going to be on Landon for hooking. That's Damoud is going to sit again for a second penalty of the game. That negates the power play for Landon. Now, to set the stage for you, there's 7 minutes, 43 seconds left in the game. 1:19 to go in the penalty to St. John's. 2 minutes to go in the penalty to Damoud. So after the next minute 19, a 41-second power play will be had by St. John's. Face off deep in Landon's zone. Penalty was against them. Perkon will take it. And you're skating 4-on-4 out here. Lots of ice for Perkon to operate in. Same thing with Haberl. He's not out there at the moment. And here's Perkon out there with Coakley up front. Gets around the defender, taken away from him. St. John's going to go the other way. A big hit by Smink leads to a 2-on-2 for St. John's, and poked away by Perkon, who gets back. Beautiful play by Perkon to negate what could have been a 2-on-1. Here's St. John's with the puck, taken away by Perkon once again. Defending IAC Player of the Year, he takes a hit. 46 seconds left on the 4-on-4. And then again, we told you that St. John's will have a 41-second power play. There's Haberl with it. Gains the blue line. Sends it all the way across. Shot by Binner goes wide. 19 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. St. John's leads the breakout. Shot goes way up into the netting off the backhand. .6:35 to go, 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Faceoff will be deep in the Landon zone. Again, that's your can. That's what the hit did to it. Faceoff controlled by Landon. They send it up. intercepted by St. John's in the neutral zone. They get it across and lead the charge. Knocked away from him. Haberl sends it around. Icing is waved off. 35 seconds to go in the power play now for St. John's. Damoud still in the box. 5-on-4 in favor of St. John's. Here's Chipperfield with it. Calmly sends it out. Gets it onto the stick of Owen Moore, who sends it deep. 19 seconds to go in the power play for St. John's. A short power play for St. John's. Lead the charge. Gain the blue line. 3 Landon players back. There's a shot that's deflected wide by Chipperfield. Centering pass is negated by Haberl. He sends it up. Owen Moore will chase it. Damoud out of the box. 5-on-5 once again for the last 5 minutes and 38 seconds left of this ball game. Comes St. John's. Gains the zone. Number 15 goes towards the net. He's checked by Chipperfield. Centering pass is intercepted by Perkon. And he's going to go back the other way. Winds and fires. Shot save by the goaltender up high. He read that one early and gloved it out of the air with 5:19 to go. Third period. Now shots are showing 20-17. I believe St. John's had 20 at the end of 2. So Landon has played almost 10 minutes in this third period without registering a shot on goal. Without St. John's registering a shot on goal, that is. Landon sends it deep. 5 minutes to go in the game. St. John's recovers the puck. Looking for somewhere to go. They send it up, intercepted by Smink. Big hit by Smink. St. John's recovers the puck. They send a pass across. Shot blocked once again by Blazer with the foot. There's a shot that's blocked in front and almost goes onto the net. Sent back to number 7. He's going to wind and fire. Chopped out by McShane. Good play by the freshman. Negate the chance for St. John's. Here's Smink with the puck. Gets it up to McShane. And he sends it all the way deep. That's going to be an icing. Coakley was trying to chase, but it was way too far for him to get there. 4:24 to go. Third period. 1-1 is your score. Been a good one here in the St. John's rink. Face-off controlled by Landon. Haberl's back there and sends it up to Binner, who couldn't handle it. Recovered by St. John's with 4:15 to go in the period. Comes Moore. Gets it over to Damoud. Whiffs on the shot momentarily. Bothered by a couple of cadets. Puck ends up onto the stick of Owen Moore. It's smacked away from him at the last second. He was ready to wind and fire. Here's Kaufman. Has to go back and find it. Taken away from him. St. John's tries a centering pass. It's deflected into the netting for another whistle. With 3:43 to go. Third period. Landon sends out Binnerman. Genzer. Jambardino. Smink. And Blazer on defense. Face off deep in the Landon zone. Binnerman will take it. There's a shot that just goes deflected wide again. Good defense by Landon, not letting the shots get to the net in this period so far. Now they registered that one on goal, but we're going to give Landon the credit for not giving up a shot there. Not sure that one was on goal, but they've played an excellent defensive period so far. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in a 1-1 game. Excellent game here. It's a shot saved by the goaltender, recovered by Binnerman. Looking for somewhere to go. Puck loose on the side of the net. Not a shot. Goaltender recovered it, but not a shot on goal. They registered one anyway. Shots are showing 21-19 on the board. Dead even game here. 2:54 to go, third period. Hope you enjoyed it so far. It's been a fun one. Once the game started, we had a lot of fans come in. They weren't here, I don't believe, at the opening touch. Here comes a centering pass deflected away by St. John's nicely, and they lead a 2-on-2. Blazers back. There's a shot that goes wide. Good play by Blazer to negate the shot again. Number 7, there's a shot saved by Rosenstock. I'm thinking that's the first one that's reached him in this period. Shows how well Landon has played in this period. Rosenstock up to the task. Gloved that one easily and got the whistle. 2:29 to go. Could hear that puck hit him right in the stick and the pad. Good hard shot by number 7. Saved by Rosenstock. Puck is loose behind the net. Recovered by Coakley. He tries to knock it out. Kept in by St. John's momentarily. Wind and fire. It goes way over the bar. Puck is loose. And that is a net off the mooring again to get another whistle. 2:15 to go. Third period. 1-1 is your score. Bears versus Cadets. The Bears start banging the sticks along the boards. The team manager with the red jacket and the Santa hat banging the boards. Face-off controlled by St. John's. Bothered by Jambardino. Haberl goes back to get it. Puts the brakes on, sends it over to Blazer. There's a long pass attempt. That's going to be an icing on Landon with 1:58 to go. Third period. So a couple of stoppages late here, breaking up the play. Otherwise, a very nice ball game that you've seen so far with beautiful flow. Landon sends out Owen Moore with Binner and Damoud. Haberl and Blazer once again on defense. Face-off control by St. John's. They wind and fire. Saved by Rosenstock. Puck is loose along the side of the net. Knocked away by Landon. Into the stick of number 10. Blocked in front. Puck is loose in the slot. Landon recovers. Damoud fights for it. Tries to chop it out of the zone. He cannot. Two players now full on the boards, and they get it out momentarily. Not seen by the referee. Recovered by Haberl. 1:35 to go. Blazer sends it around to Haberl. Clears it up to Binner. Out of harm's way. And recovered by St. John's. 1:20 to go in the game. Blazer tries to step up. Keep it in. St. John's recovers. They wind and fire. Blocked by the leg of Haberl on the side of the net. There's another shot. Saved by Rosenstock with 1:09 to go. So a couple of shots have gotten through here in this third period. Good pressure by St. John's. Good pressure late. Landon sends out Binnerman. Here's face-off control by St. John's. They try a centering pass knocked away by Percon and Coakley. Recovered by St. John's with less than a minute to go. Play looked offside to me, but recovered by Chipperfield. Sends it around to Smink, intercepted by St. John's. Smink pins him along the boards, looks for the puck. Binnerman fights for it. Puck still loose in the corner. Binnerman pokes it forward just a few feet. Recovered by St. John's once again. Along the side of the net. Shot goes wide. Coakley can't get it out. Kept in by St. John's. Coakley pokes it out finally. Kept it in. They kept it in, St. John's. 25 seconds to go. That's an offside. There's a shot that he shoots it anyway. The play was whistled offside. The player shouldn't have shot that puck like that. That puck hit the post way after the play. 20.9 seconds to go in the game. 1-1 is your score. Face-off will come just outside of the zone. Let's see who Landon sends out. We got a timeout here. Landon has kept with them toe-to-toe in this game. And actually a bit of a defensive battle. It's a 1-1 as a score. Neither team has gotten anywhere near 30 shots. Hard-fought battle along the way. Lots of blocked shots in the slot in this game. Players really willing to pay the price. Keep the pucks away from the net. You like to see it. Very entertaining game. Looks like Landon's going to send out Binnerman, Damoud, Coakley. Binnerman looks like he's coming off. Moore, Coakley, Damoud, Blazer, and Haberl will be your 5 for the last 20.9 seconds.
By the way, so excellent. It's hard to do that, man. It's really hard. Think you're a Landon parent?
Yeah.
You know a lot of players really well, just from their numbers, too.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard at this low.
Man, oh, man.
It's because they're kind of zipping by so fast. I usually do it higher, but
Wow.
thank you.
You call up TNT, get you a job, you know?
Face off just outside the blue line. Mullen Moore will take it. Face-off control by Landon, intercepted by St. John's. They're at the blue line, coming in 2-on-3. Haberl's back, deflects the pass, gloved away by Blazer. 9 seconds to go, recovered by St. John's in the neutral zone. Haberl with it. 3 seconds to go, puck behind the net, and that's the way this one's going to end, in a 1-1 tie right before your Christmas break. Both teams deserve a pat on the back for this one. Excellent game here in the St. John's rink in Rockville Ice Center. You see that was a heck of a game. Yeah, excellent game.
Funny how I went back and forth. I thought for sure Landon was going to put one in. Theirs was so stronger, and then St. John's in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, had the chances at the. That's right. They had the last few chances of the game. Great game. Switcher Studio. It allows you to go to several different cameras at the same time. What's that?
Where are you storing that? On the phone?
It's live stream, YouTube and Facebook, and you could live stream several places. I just do Facebook and. We'll see him come off, led by.
There's no reviews when you're live streaming.
That's right.
That's why I didn't want to talk to you. You're recording.
1-1 is your score. Bears come off. Next 2 games will be in Pennsylvania. Non-league games, of course. Excellent, friendly tonight here at St. John's. We'll see you soon after the new year. Enjoy.